So we got some big news, Comic Universe, and I decided to talk about it. So today, it looks like that we've gotten some major news regarding the Dark Universe, the pretty much what we thought was dead shared monster universe from Universal. And apparently that's not the case, because not only has it been brought back from the grave, again, it's actually going under some people who actually know a thing or two about horror. And it's got someone to helm the first film who actually knows his way around a horror film, and as well as an action film. So yes, I know what you're all thinking. Again, really? Universal, cut it out. Yes, The Mummy was total garbage. But, to be fair, I actually do like the 2010 remake of The Wolfman. I know it's Joe Johnston's pretty much his version of American Werewolf in London set in the 1800s, but it was pretty good. I actually like that movie. Dracula Untold, I don't hate it as much as people do, as most people do. I think it's fine. It's a matinee movie. But, yeah, The Mummy, yeah, that was bad. But now we have some news regarding the Dark Universe, and it's no longer a Dark Universe. It's going to be really putting in the dark in Dark Universe. Because now, Blumhouse has stepped in and taken over control of the Dark Universe, and they're going back. They're not trying to make a shared universe. Oh no, they've said, no, we are not doing that because that's stupid. Trying to do a shared universe right out the gate. Universal didn't try to do that right out the gate when it first started, so why should we? So what they're doing are these horror films and going right back to the horror roots. Wow! Why didn't we do this in the first place, Universal? Oh, because you wanted to be like Marvel and DC. Okay, I see. You let the money get in front of you. So Blumhouse has taken over, and they have announced that their first film will be The Invisible Man. And what they'll be doing is, again, going back to the horror roots, but the director they've already announced for their version of The Invisible Man will be Lee Wamell. I know I've mispronounced that name, but most of you guys would probably know him best as a screenwriter for Saw and Insidious, but he recently had a directing debut in a film that I absolutely loved in 2018 by the name of Upgrade, which was actually a better version of Venom than Venom was. Like, no, really, it follows the same beats as Venom, only it's a more technological. It's a microchip instead of a symbiote. And even the actor Logan Marshall Green, who looks like a poor man's Tom Hardy's in the movie, and he gives off an amazing performance. If you haven't already, go check out Upgrade. I highly recommend it. Pretty much Blade Runner meets Venom, in a way. Anywho, so I think that's great. Like I said, he was the screenwriter for Insidious. I think he also did some of the other Insidious films, but he did the first Saw as well. So he knows his way around horror, and he knows his way around action sequences, which, admittedly, there are some action sequences in the original Invisible Man. Also, I can't wait, because this guy knows how to set up shots, so I'm really excited to see what he's going to do in an invisible character. Now, admittedly, the big question is, who do you get to play the Invisible Man? You need somebody who's loud and boisterous. Originally, it was supposed to be Johnny Depp when they started the Dark Universe, but now they've been kind of like, we kind of need a recast of some people. So, Johnny Depp, I don't know if he's still in for the movie or not. That's up for debate. But what isn't up for debate is that you need an actor who can be loud and boisterous. Remember, Claude Rains, if you've seen the original film, depended all on his voice for playing that role of Jack Griffin. So you need an actor who can be loud, who can be boisterous, who can really have fun with the role. I'm not saying like Jim Carrey. Don't get Jim Carrey or someone like that. You don't need a comedian for the role. You need someone who can be scary, but at the same time, really, like, all the acting comes from the voice. Honestly, I wouldn't mind if we got Ben Mendelsohn to play Jack Griffin. Ben Mendelsohn, most of you guys would probably know best as Director Krennic from Star Wars Rogue One. He is also going to be playing the main villain in the upcoming Captain Marvel movie. I think he would be really good. I think he would be an excellent Jack Griffin. But they're probably going to cast, knowing Hollywood, they're probably going to cast somebody who's younger, more attractive looking, even though it's the fucking Invisible Man. So, what do I know? So, anyway. I will say that, you know, again, this is very dear to me because I not only love the Universal monsters, you know, the classic Universal monster movies, the main thing is that the Invisible Man's actually my second favorite of the Universal monster movies. You know, the first being Frankenstein, then the Invisible Man, and admittedly sometimes it can be a toss-up between the two, you know, depending on my mood. So this is going to be, you really got to convince me, because you didn't really sell me on the Mummy. You didn't sell me on the Mummy at all. You were good on the Wolfman Universal, but now that you've allowed Blumhouse to take control, you know, the guys who've been doing good horror lately, you know, some who've been in charge of a lot of good horror. So, yeah, I think that was a good call of letting Blumhouse be like, come in like the wet nurse, being like, oh, you shit the bed hard, we gotta change the sheets. Oh, man. That's actually not a bad metaphor for what the situation is right now, is it? Anywho, I'm really excited for this. I am also kind of apprehensive because I'm still like, well, you haven't, despite me loving the Wolfman movie and even the Brendan Fraser Mummy films, and of course Joe Johnston's Wolfman film, you've kind of struck out before with these films, but again, you've got Blumhouse who have done, you know, such movies as like, they've been behind It, they've been behind Get Out, a lot of films out there they have really put a great horror spin on, you know. And I know that Blumhouse, not every Blumhouse film has been like a hit. Like, not every Blumhouse film has been like, oh my god, this is fucking amazing. I'm fully aware of that, but they've been actually making an uproar with a string of really good horror films. And, yeah, I don't need a shared universe right out the gate with horror movies. I didn't need the Conjuring verse. I don't know why that's still a fucking thing. Anywho, but I think, yeah, the idea of what they're trying to do of going back to just make one and done horror films with and make the monsters the focus and not the shared universe the focus, that's a great idea. Again, why didn't you start with that with the beginning? I know you didn't even try that in Dracula Untold. You tried to sow the seeds from the get-go, so yeah. Anyway, so I'm really excited for this. I think this is a step in the right direction. The director of Upgrade, again, I'm Lee Wamel. I know I'm butchering that name. I apologize, but still, this is a franchise that has always been near and dear to my heart. Even from my youngest days, I've loved these movies, and it always pains me to see that Universal either mistreated the property that essentially built them. Let's not forget that Universal was built on the backs of these monsters. So, yeah, it astounds me that they have the least amount of expertise when it comes to making these things. So it perplexes me so. So hopefully, Blumhouse can actually get the right idea and get something together. But we'll see. I'm apprehensive but interested. Now that it feels like a step in the right direction. So you guys tell us in the comments below, what do you guys think of the Dark Universe being dug from the grave, so to speak? Dug up from the grave, so to speak. Are you guys excited? Are you guys interested? Or are you guys like me and just, you have a good feeling, but you're still a little apprehensive? Just comment below, let us know, here at Comic Universe. And if you're new here, remember to Hulk smash that subscribe button and be a part of Earth's Mightiest Subscribers. Share all across forms of social media with your friends, your family, those people who follow you on Instagram and you don't know why, and you think they're bots, but maybe they aren't. Who knows? Just all of that good stuff. I'm DPZ, and we will see you right here once more in the universe.